I'm not actually a gorilla. I'm just trapped in this suit, and it costs a lot of money to have a gorilla suit removed. That would be awesome. And they're like, I don't know how it's talking right now. I thought they had to use like sign language. I'm just very turned off by this whole situation. And then there are the people who are well-meaning and say things like, you know, Red, don't worry about those jerks. Don't worry about them, you know. You're not a gorilla. I get that you're not a gorilla. You don't even look like a gorilla to me. Like, I don't think gorilla when I look at you, you know. Don't worry about those jerks. Come on, let's do something to take your mind off of it. Let's go get a banana. And you're like, really? Really? And now they're like, oh, I am so sorry about the whole gorilla thing. It's just that you're the first person in a gorilla costume I've ever met. It's really hard for me, and I'm trying, and I wouldn't want to hurt you, and you're like, well, okay, calm down, let's take it down a notch, come on. Let's go get that banana. So, you know, if that works for you, totally use it. If it doesn't, totally don't. Not trying to force anything on anyone, just trying to help to explain my experience, which has a lot of unique things that a lot of people might not understand. For example, oftentimes people will tell me that they really admire my strength and my courage and my bravery, but I am not a fucking Care Bear. I know what I'm afraid of, do you know? I mean, besides being eaten alive by crabs, and I'm not talking about the junk bugs, I'm talking about like oceanic crustaceans. I mean, this would be terrifying, but that's also ridiculous. So, you know, I'm scared of like the little bug mutant hybrid things that live in the ocean, and they crawl up on you in mass and start picking you apart and stuffing you into their feathery little mouths that have hands in them. It's horrifying. Have you ever seen that? It's terrifying. And it's so terrifying that I've forgotten what I was talking about. Oh yeah, do you know what else I'm afraid of? The other thing that I'm afraid of? I'm afraid that someday, someone I don't know is going to go out of their way to be extraordinarily rude to me because I'm trans. I'm scared that a stranger is going to hurt my feelings. That's not bravery. That is stupid baby nonsense, and it's not based in anything either, not for me. I don't get harassed on the street. The only time I can ever really remember getting harassed on the street was when I was living in Indiana and walking home from the gas station, because that's how people who don't drive get home from the gas station. And this guy pulled up next to me, and he goes, "Hey, you're a hoe!" And I was like, I'm a hoe! Sucker! There are those conflicting situations because someone's trying to hurt your feelings, but they're being really supportive in a weird way. There's all kinds of conflicts with being trans. There's conflicts in your own head, and you know, like sometimes I'll go to a bar with a trans man, and you know, we'll go up to the bar, and the bartender will say like, "What would you ladies like to drink?" And you know, in my head, I'm just kind of like, "Oh, I'm so sorry for you. How did you mean anything? I'm so sorry that happened." You know, or like in my own mind, against my own self and my body. You know, the other day I caught myself looking down my own shirt, and I'm like, "Hey, I'm up here, buddy." Or you know, like there's a lot of conflict because you know, in my head I'm a pretty princess, but my body wants to be a professional wrestler, and I'm like, "Come on, body. Can we please just fit into like a size 6? That would be awesome. Can we please do that?" And my body's like, "No, I don't want to fit into a size 6. I want to snap into a Slim Jim." Oh, no! Stop saying that! Jesus! We get back on hormones, I swear to God, if you don't start shaping up, I am going to have somebody cut you. But really for me, most of my conflict comes from other people. It comes externally. Because people constantly want to put on me the idea that this is somehow a way to be a man, that I'm actually a man, and that this is a manhood that we're dealing with here, and that's ridiculous to me. And you know, I constantly have to say it to people, and they're like, "Okay, well, I'm hearing what you're saying, but like, you're actually a man, right?" And I'm like, "No." So, in order to help people, I thought I would create a scenario in which I actually was a man. So, this is my interpretation of what it would be like if I was actually a man.
What's up, y'all? My name is Amanda, and I'm a chick. Although I'm really a dude, so I guess that makes me a transgender. I always knew I was a transgender ever since I was really little. I was like, "Yo, Ma, I'm gonna be a chick when I grow up. And she was like, no, you're not, honey. You're gonna be a dude. And I was like, I'll fucking show you, Mom. And she was like, yeah, well, you're gonna be late for football practice. And I was like, oh, fuck. So, in my hurry to get to football practice on time, I forgot about how much I feel like a chick inside for like 13 years. But then one night, I was at my frat with my bros, and we were throwing down. And I did about 3 or 4 keg stands, and then it just hit me. I was like, whoa, dude, I forgot about how much I feel like a chick inside. So my bros, they were over playing beer pong by the hot tub, and I did a couple of whippets to get up my courage. And then I went up to them, and I was just like, yo, dudes, I'm a chick. Let's party. And my friend Ryan, he didn't really get it at first. He was like, ugh, dude, that's fucked up. That's fucking sick. But my friend Mickey, he had my back. He was like, dude, leave her alone. Maybe she'll take her top off. And I was like, yeah, that's my feelings when people say I'm not a chick. It's like, I'm totally a chick.
So that's what I think it would be like. And that's really not what's going on, so you're probably going to get over it. I'm going to leave you tonight with a story from my childhood. This is a very Reader's Digest-esque story. It's a coming-of-age tale. It absolutely happened to me. I grew up in North Carolina, and when I was very young, around 3 or 4, we had a big wooded backyard. And in being in North Carolina, with some woods, sometimes little cute little critters would come running up. And the cute little critter that came running up on this one particular day was a little brown bunny. And it was so cute and so adorable, so cute and so adorable, in fact, that I looked at it and I thought to myself, new pet. And it looked at me and thought to itself, wild foraging animal. And so we had a disagreement, which I set with a chase, as we always do. And so I'm running after it, and I'm slowly catching up with it, which is weird, because bunnies are fast. They'll get away from you. But this one particular bunny was a little bit slow. And so I was catching up to it. And so I'm running after it, I'm catching up to it. I reach down, and then I pick it up, and then all of its guts fall out in my hands. I mean, all of them! Every squiggly, squishy, drippy, droopy, slimy, slurpy, gross bit of bunny guts in that rabbit fell out in my little 4-year-old hands. So there's that. My name is Red Durkin.